Hello and welcome to another The Church at Hiraeth. I've been thinking about the highs and lows of life itself this week. I work in football, and on Wednesday evening with the New Saints, I was in South Wales and we lost 3-1 to the team that was rooted at the bottom of the table. As you can imagine, that was a low. And then yesterday, Saturday, we were at home to another South Walian team, Penabont, and we were 2-0 down at half time. That was another low. And then we came back in the second half and won 3-2. That was a high. Isn't life like that? Not just football. If you are a football fan, you know all about that, of course. But isn't life just like that? Highs and lows. And I think what we need to do is rein in the lows and don't let them affect us, but also not get carried away by the highs. It's about living a consistent and stable life, isn't it? And that for me is exactly what the Christian life is all about in that context. It's about stability and consistency. I hope you enjoy today's service.
The song I've chosen today is called Over All the Earth. It's a more modern song than some of the hymns we've sung. I didn't know what Stuart was going to say, but this song also talks about God being present in our lives, over all of our dreams, things that we long to do and we love and enjoy doing, and also in our darkest hours as well. So it's good to know that God's with us whatever we're going through.
When Debbie said she didn't know what I was going to say, well, actually, neither did I. I do like to go with the flow, so to speak. I find that it's much more fresh and being open to the leading of the Holy Spirit when you do something like that. And it was only when I sat down that I thought, football, that's a great illustration, isn't it? The highs and the lows, not only of the beautiful game, but also of life itself. And the song that Debbie brought to us, God over all the earth, our highs and our lows. He's in control of all things. He's there at all times of our life. That's an important principle, isn't it? And the reading that I want to bring today is from Matthew chapter 22, from verse 34. Hearing that Jesus had silenced the Sadducees, the Pharisees got together. In life, when one person doesn't succeed in having a go at you and bringing you down, someone else will take their place. Just worth being wary and bearing that in mind, isn't it? One of them, an expert in the law, tested him with this question. Tested him. They were trying to trick him. Teacher, which is the greatest commandment in the law? Jesus replied, always wisely, whenever he was up against these people. Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment, and the second is like it. Love your neighbour as yourself. Verse 40 to wrap up. All the law and the prophets hang on these two commandments. Notice when Jesus brought the answer to them, he didn't say love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul and mind. He emphasized each particular point. Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. That's important, isn't it? And what I want to bring to us now in the next few moments or so is the importance of commitment. Commitment, as we all know, if we think about it, is very, very important indeed. And the more commitment you have to something, the more you get back from it. If you're in a relationship and you are half-hearted about it and you don't really care, you don't care whether it's still ongoing tomorrow or not, whether you're still in that relationship next week or not, you'll never put 100% into it. But if you're in the sort of relationship, and in that case it takes two to tango, both of you are very, very committed, you both put your all into that relationship, it will work. But if you don't, it won't. It really is as simple as that. If you have a hobby, my main one anyway, is fishing, and I'm very committed. I was out the other day in Storm Burt, and a dog walker who I've got to know over a period of time was walking by. He said to me, "I admire you, I do." I knew where he was coming from. He said, because, well, whenever I've been on that particular place, not all the time, I fish lots of different spots, of course, but whenever I've been there, whenever he's come past, I always seem to be there. And he said, "You're so committed. You fish in all different types of weather, all conditions." He said, "I've just walked through the woods, about 35-minute walk, and you're the first person that I've seen. And as I was approaching the little pond where you normally fish, I thought to myself, he will be there. I wouldn't be surprised if he's not there in this storm." And I was. I get a lot from my fishing. I get a lot of pleasure and a lot of personal enjoyment and satisfaction from my fishing. But without doubt, that's because I give everything to the hobby. I'm passionate about my angling, and as a result of that, I get a lot back in return. If I was the sort of person, and nothing wrong with that, of course, that thought to themselves, "I'll go fishing when the sun's out. I'll go fishing when I really feel like it. I'll go fishing when I'm on holiday from work," or whatever the scenario or situation may be, you'll never get the same from it as if you're committed. The person that's committed, whether it's the relationship, the hobby, life itself, will always get more. And for me, that's what faith is as well. It's something that if you have the sort of attitude or mentality towards God that you pray when you're in trouble, and then when things are going well, you don't even think about God. You go to church on Christmas and Easter, but the rest of the year, you're not even considering walking through the doors of a church. You'll never get the best from faith, from the relationship that God has to offer. But if you're the sort of person, like I am, where your faith is very important to you, your relationship with God is central to your life, you will get more. And it's not just in the highs where you can see God in the circumstances as they work out positively in your life, but it's also in the lows as well. The times when the going is difficult, the road is tough, the journey is hard, you can still see God at work. And hindsight is a wonderful thing. And it's often only as we look back that we can see the hand of God, not only in the good times, but also in the difficult ones as well. Love the Lord your God, as Jesus told us, with all your heart, all your soul, and all your mind. Not just some of it, not just most of it, not just on a Sunday morning, not just when things are going well and you feel all excited because your prayers have been answered, but love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. That means at all times as well.
Thank you for joining us this week. I do hope you got something from the service, and we'll look forward to seeing you again next week.